Mawlana Rumi actually wore this cloth. Ooh, this look like once. That's like splendid. Yeah, that should be his tomb. Hello guys, welcome to this video. So this is my first time in Konya and I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys what's around. I've actually been hoping to come here like ever since I came to Turkey because I heard of its historic importance to Turkey. Actually it has held some of the main centers of some of the old empires, and it actually holds some of the resting places of some very important people like scholars and also some kings. So I can't wait to go around and show you guys all of this. Stay tuned for more. Okay, so we are currently on the way to visit the resting place. I think this is where his body was buried, right? Yeah, so the resting place of Rumi himself, an Islamic poet of the past, and I think he was also a scholar too. So I'm just wondering what kind of things are inside. I actually did some research and I saw that there are also some items of some dervishes. Dervishes are like people basically living, how will I say, the kind of modest life by an Islamic way. Something like that if I can remember clearly. But probably I'll put the definition over there so you can read it yourself. I think that's probably the museum of Rumi himself. So we'll probably go around there and go and see what it has to show to us. Ooh, and there are also some interesting flower displays over here and some kind of interesting architecture going on here. So I just informed that Rumi's tomb is inside there somewhere. So we are going inside to go and see what they're entering the tomb of Mawlana Rumi himself. Wow. Guys, this is just so amazing. All this kind of historic artworks. Actually, some of them are very old, especially these writings you can see right here. Some of them stem up from hundreds of years ago, literally. So these are the tombs of some dervishes. So basically people that are kind of like scholarly, they have a lot of Islamic knowledge and they also live modest lives. So as I mentioned, I'll put a definition on the screen so that you guys can see the real meaning of dervishes. Now let's just continue with our movement through this place. As you can see, there's a whole crowd of people, so I don't want to keep people waiting on the line. So let me just move on. I think that's his actual tomb itself. Wow, that looks really grand. Yeah, that should be his tomb because it seems like it's the largest one among all the tombs behind them. That's really amazing. Finally, I get to see him, and probably they may be his disciples. Many a times they bury the disciples close to the master himself. So probably the other tombs we are seeing are all for his disciples. Okay, so I think there are also some displays over here. Let's just take some look at these displays. One of these works, one of the works of Jalal. I think this should also be another work of his. Yes, so his name is written there, so meaning that that's one of his works. Interesting. I think probably all these are like works of Jalal himself, if I'm not mistaken. So there are also other ones too here. These are actually works of art from many hundreds of years ago. As you can see, this is written that it's a holy Quran. So this is a Quran literally from what, 1268. Wow, that's crazy. That's probably over 700 years ago. I can't believe this. So we are continuing with our journey through the place. There are also other people to go into, so we cannot rush too much. We are just being patient. Now, actually, not all of them are Qurans, but this section is actually for Qurans from the old times. This section too, here, there are also Qurans from ancient times. So as you can see, their years are written over there when they were made actually. So as you can see, this one is from what, the 9th century. Wow, that's like really old. So you may see that some of the works are actually written in Arabic letters, but they are not all Arabic. Some of them are actually Osmanli. So when we say Osmanli, it's actually like the language that the Turkish people used to use in the past. Actually, it was still Turkish, but it was Turkish written in Arabic letters before the letters were changed to English, or should I say Latin alphabets. Actually, they used to use Arabic alphabet. There are other books too here. I think these are Qurans. This should be Qurans here. It's written there. These are Qurans, and then there are these other artifacts too over there. I think their writings are over there. In case you are interested in reading about them, you can search about these things. Very, very interesting. It's amazing to me how they preserved all these items from the 13th century. That's like splendid. I can't believe this. I don't know whether some of them are actually fabricated, but we can't really say anything about that because we don't have much information, but we can just, accept it and just move on with our lives. So these are some other artifacts too over here. These are also some Quran stands. I'm wondering which years they are from. So this from the 19th century, this from the 13th century, literally from the 13th century. That's a lot till now. And this is also from the 13th century too. Very, very interesting. Oh wow, so this robe is actually from the 13th century. I can't believe this. This is literally crazy. Dude. So who did it belong to? Sultan Mawlana Bahaiddin Jalal. So it belongs to the Sultan they mentioned over there. Wow, I can't believe they preserved it all through this time. Just look at this amazement, it's still alive. And there's still another one too. They're also saying it belongs to Mawlana himself. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. So this Mawlana's cloak. Wow. So Mawlana Rumi actually wore this cloak. That's what they are telling us, but we don't know whether it's actually true. But that's what they are saying. So as you can see, it seems like he lived a modest life because looking at this kind of fabric, it seems kind of modest to me. That's beautiful. And then some writings over here too. So over here we can actually see some things here. I don't know what these are supposed to mean. So they are saying that these are made from Yemen rocks. Interesting artifacts inside here. These look like wands. Like magical ones, but I'm wondering what they are saying. So basically when the dervishes are going for shopping, they used to take these kind of rods to inform the people that they are dervishes, so that when they come there you'll actually be recognized first and you'll actually be served first, because the dervishes were actually very, very busy since they were teaching people. They had so many students and also they were dealing with Islamic cases too. So these are also some other cooks from the ancient times as being displayed up here. I think basically we've seen everything in this building, so now we move out. I wonder when this building was actually created. I'll probably do some research about it and post it so that you can also learn some little history. This is how the tomb of Mawlana Jalal Rumi looks like from the outside. First of all, we pass through the tomb of Mawlana Jalaluddin Rumi, and now we are coming to see some other things with regards to him or the dervishes in general. So for those who may want to read this, basically some piece of information, you can read about it. This part is basically calligraphy of the past. Some porcelain over here, a pen case, a pen, and these are sharpeners of the past. Mawlana's prayers in the Ottoman language, some other writings too over here. So basically who are approved to read and elucidate. Basically I think there's just a book inside. There's some Mawlevi music. For this place there are no writings outside, but let's enter and see. So I think these are basically carpets from the past, some kind of historic carpets. Wow, Allahu Akbar written over there with some other Arabic texts. So basically carpets from those times. I wonder how long these have been there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are from the 13th century or something, because actually some of the artifacts are from those times. There you go, Jalal. So we are saying large items. seems like someone stole this thing. There's nothing literally here. There's not actually much in this room. There's a book and then there's something behind there. Bedar odası, Bedar chamber. So there's something. We finally made it into the dervish kitchen. So those who may be wondering, actually there's no real fire being put on over there. Yeah, it's just some lighting and some kind of decoration and stuff. So we have basically seen the dervishes. There are two of them over there, and then there are some other dervishes too around. The place has also been decorated with kitchenware to show how the real kitchen of a dervish lodge looks like. For those who may be wondering, these are actually mannequins and not real people. As we look around, we see how the typical dining room of a dervish lodge looks like. Very interesting indeed. As I was on my way to the exit, I actually saw something really interesting. This mannequin represents a Nev Niyaz and his posture. Nev Niyaz is a term used to refer to newbie dervishes. Okay, so guys, we are basically done touring the site of Rumi himself. Yes, Jalaluddin Rumi, the popular poet and scholar of the past. So I'm actually going to have other videos coming out about Konya itself. I'll be going around Konya, like taking walks around, and probably we may visit the place of Sultan Aladdin Keikubat. So please stay tuned for all this. Please like, subscribe, and please share it to your friends, and also do anything to support my channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.